There. We need to begin deployment, and look at these men. They're ready to fight. Good for them. Now, let's see. I need my archers to do their part. I need to break down their walls, but before I do any of that, though, I need to go ahead and, well, kill them. So let me go and take my archers and take my militiamen. There we are. Okay, I want all my militiamen all together like that. And then I want all my archers together, which I have very few groups of. We'll put them together as well and let them get as many kills as they can. And then we'll charge in with the rest of my men. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have a lot of nice soldiers in this army. It's not a full army, but it's certainly one that's very powerful. Alright, Forlong. We're going to put you and your buddies over here. Let's begin the fight. There we go. Alright, so let's begin to fire now. We need to fire directly into their base and kill them all off. So, let's talk a little bit about what I've been watching lately. I've been watching the Tudors, and then I've also been watching that show called Vikings, and that's been quite enjoyable too. I've watched the entire first season. As some of you may know, the second season is going to be out very soon, and I'm talking about the Vikings show, and that's been incredible to watch. Very well done, very enjoyable, and it's not just because it's Vikings, but still, it was very cool for me to watch. And I know a lot of people get all in a tiff about the historical accuracy of things, but for me, my goal at first is to be entertained, and then from there, I find it important to introduce topics to people who may not otherwise know anything about these time periods. So even if it's not all accurate, it's better for them to know some, I guess, basic ideas of what that time period was like or even about. And so, to me, I find that the Tudors and the Viking show did both of those, and that in itself was enjoyable enough. Though, of course, I will say that the Viking show is obviously of a better pacing and quality in my view, just because there's certain aspects of the Tudors that I did not enjoy. The sexual aspect is a bit too gratuitous, in a point where it's almost like a softcore pornography film in many ways. But I mean, outside of that, I really enjoyed the storyline behind Cardinal Wolsey, and if you've seen that show, you'll know who I mean and what I mean by him, where even if you know history, you might know it then. And that, to me, was a quite enjoyable area of that story. I'm currently on season 2. I'm not at a point where I'm like, yeah, this is really good yet, but I'll be patient. I'm often patient. I try not to be too critical of the shows that I watch. I try to kind of keep an open mind, try to kind of just be receptive to what is being presented before me. That's just how I like to watch shows. It's how I can be, I guess, more easily entertained in some ways. Also, well, let's see, what else have I been watching? Hannibal, that TV series is just incredible. I've been watching a lot of that. Just the actor they chose for Hannibal, ooh, incredible. Very sophisticated, and that show makes you want to cook and eat nice food. It's quite wonderful. Okay, let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Yeah, so I've been enjoying it. I'm not going to be giving away any plot points or things like that for people who haven't watched those shows. I like to kind of leave that open for people. Let's go ahead and fire these archers now. I don't want them to hit my people, and they're all grouped up, so I should have an easy time of killing them. At least I hope so, anyway. So there we go. And then I know that a lot of you have been telling me to look at the Shadow... What was it called? The Shadows of Mordor, something like that. Yeah, and of course I can draw the parallels to Assassin's Creed and such. Now, I mean, yeah, it'll be fine. I don't really get too excited about games as I used to. I mean, I enjoy games, clearly, evidently I do. However, I really don't get as psyched up as I used to. It's just not a factor of my existence now. It's not how I react to games. Now, I'm like, oh, well, that sounds neat, and then I'll wait for it to come out, and if it's good, well, then I'll give it a go. If it's not good, then, well, that's it for that. But, I mean, I just don't get as psyched now, probably because there's been so much hype over many games, countless games over the years where they just do not pan out. And I feel like my own capability to take in hype has died out with Warhammer Online back in 2008. Now, at that point, I was very psyched for that game, a huge Warhammer fantasy fan, and that game just did not pan out. I met some incredible people there. I have one friend from there who I'm still friends with now. He's a fantastic friend, wonderful guy, and I really enjoy our conversation so very much. I mean, we talk about art, we talk about game design constantly, so many things, and he's also Eric from the Link Cable Show, if you know of them. And they're fantastic guys, the two of them. But anyway, I'm about done here, so I'm going to go ahead and begin to charge in now. It's that time. It's that time to get in that. Alright, for long, I'm going to need you to charge in too. You'll have to break through some stuff and kill a few people. I know that right now I'm currently installing PlanetSide 2, as I'm going to play it with my friend Eric, and we'll try to give that a go, and then I'll probably harass Brian, or Red One's Candy, into getting it as well. I mean, it's free, so might as well. I remember my problem with that game was that it wasn't optimized at all. So even on my fairly good computer rig here, I wasn't able to play it in a competent manner, so I just didn't play it. But now, it's been a while since it's been out, so I'm hoping that maybe it's a lot better, and then I can just have some fun, because we've been playing a lot of Dota 2 and Battlefield 4. I've brought them both up, but we need something a little bit more relaxing, and I will say that PlanetSide 2 is not as frantic as, let's say, Battlefield 4. And, let's see, let's go break down this part of the wall now, and then grab that, and break this one. Oh, I want to enter from multiple locations. That would be the best way for me to do things. Alright. So there we go. We're not losing too many men right now, which is very good. So we're breaking down the gates. They don't seem to really care, which I'm fine with. I don't mind that too much. Are they charging out at me now? Oh, they are. That's adorable. Well, if you would like to. Alright, we're breaking down one more portion of their wall. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Forlong now. Over here, then over here. And that should suffice. But yeah, so we've been trying to find a more casual game to play that's a little bit more relaxing when we don't feel like being so competitive. And let's see, in Dota 2, I guess really what the problem is a lack of communication with the people that I queue with in these pubs, these public matchmaking games here, as I don't have a full group to run with every time. And I'm not a fantastic player, but I know enough of the game to play in a competent way for most of the classes that I pick. Now, at times I'll pick a new one and just do a terrible job, but I do try my best. I do try to learn their concepts very quickly and then adapt myself accordingly. I can't find myself playing only one class in that game. Now, I could win many more games. I mean, provided that I went down that route where I just kind of played as one class and just kind of owned face like that. And I really like this little area here. It's very cool, but I don't like to do that. I really don't. Actually, I kind of want to play Minecraft and build something like this. It wouldn't be pretty, but I just kind of like it. I don't know why. It feels very practical in many ways. Alright. So now we're surrounding their men and destroying them. But yeah, a lack of communication is a huge problem. A lot of people do not like to communicate, or they choose a server where they don't speak English, which I choose only servers that do, so that makes it very difficult for me to be able to communicate with them when we don't speak the same language. Now, the average queue time, I think, at the most was a little over 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's not a long time to wait, so I don't understand why people are so impatient about going like, oh, I better select all the queues, and then I'll get it faster. It's like, man, just chill out. Alright, it's fine. It's all good. We're taking some time to win this here. They're actually not that bad, these rabble here. I'm going to go ahead and send in some more militiamen, I suppose, over here. And then over here, and Forlong is not having a good time. I thought he would easily win, but they must have spearmen, right? Oh no, they do not. I'll just charge back in then. Alright. And for example, right now we were discussing a little bit about MMORPG game design quite a bit, and I'm talking about my friend Eric here and what we think makes a good MMORPG, and like what made World of Warcraft so appealing to us when it was out years back, and how or why it's not so much now. And I can only assume that some of my opinions would be a little bit controversial, but I mean, I judge it based on the fact that I played non-stop during those times, and then later on with certain changes to the core elements of that game, I stopped caring so much. I stopped playing. I mean, it wasn't just because it's a older game. It was just because of those elements that I did not enjoy. All right, let's see. We're heading in now. And we're also talking a little bit about Mass Effect 3, 2, and 1. And that's been quite a little chat there. And yeah, just talking about a lot of stuff. And let's see, I've been talking to my other friend Mike, who I've had since, well, my WoW days back in 2006 or so. Now, I played since 2004, but I met him, I think, in around 2006 or 7. And we met then, and so we've been friends then. And I've been gaming with these people for years and years. And I mean, prior to YouTube and all that, those were my best gaming buds there, because I mean, my friends who lived near me, they all liked, you know, Halo and Call of Duty and things like that, and I was always a PC gamer, but it's not as common of a thing. And what are they doing? Look at them. Hey guys, I want to go hang myself. What's depressing? Please don't. Those nooses are too big anyway. Alright, so we're trying to kill that serpent bodyguard. It's not going too well. I want to go over here and kill a few more of them. Oh, we have a few men here, and they're actually killing a few of them too. Huh, adorable. Alright, come on now. They're taking forever. We need to kill that bodyguard member. Let's see, we're all charging in. Yeah, so we've also been chatting about what to play. We've been looking at some games, like I think there's that game WildStar Online, and these names are just ones that you'll have to Google if you're curious about them, and just many others too. And I'm really keen, and I updated my channel with a new news video where I talk about what I'll be doing for games now and how I'm going to play them as long as I have fun and then move on. And I think that's the best way to ever do things. A lot of people want to see you conquer every single location, but it's really not a practical thing to do. When you get to a point where there's no challenge, there is no fun in it, at least for me. And at that point, it's like, hey, I won. I've snowballed to a point where I cannot lose, and so there's really no reason for me to keep on going. And really, this battle's too bloody. Oh, good, he's finally dead. Maybe now we can finally eliminate him. I don't want to lose for long, though. I don't trust us here. They're being quite resilient. I have no clue why. They're just really tough. Try to get everyone over here. Come on. Get over here. I want one big group, though, to move over here instead. And then here. And then here. We want to surround them if possible. Oh, that was the only group that was really in that location. That's really disappointing. Guys, come on. What are you doing? I don't understand why they're being like that. Alright, let's charge back in now. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, that's a very important thing to me. It's just a factor of me playing only when I have fun, because I mean, if you give it thought, I spend months on one mod when I could be doing many. And views begin to taper off after so long, and that just shows that not everyone wants to keep up with a 90-part Let's Play. Not a lot of people want to keep up with that. I mean, some do, but not too many. Alright, let's see. But yes, I would like to keep an open dialogue with all of you. I'd like to let all of you know what my plans are, where I'm at in life, and what I'll be doing with that, and that's very important to me. Alright, let's go ahead and go over here a little bit. What are they? Oh, they all went back around. We're really having a tough time with controlling these guys in this type of location. We really are. I mean, now they're almost all dead, so that's good, but that took forever. A lot more men were lost than needed be. Fortunately, these are only militiamen, so I'll just go ahead and bring in some more from Peligir. Now we've won. 296, huh? Alright, let's get back to it. Okay, well, we'll occupy that location now. We have many more battles to fight, but we'll wait here for a moment. I have a lot of money, so I need to go and cycle through my towns real quick. We'll go ahead and combine those forces now. And over at Peligir, see, we have more men to bring in. I can bring in many more. I'll need to build up a new ship. I'll need more soldiers. And I'll go ahead and take in... How many more can we fit in that location? Plenty more. Okay. Let's see, I have a ship here. I'll send all of these men over here. I'll land them right here. And they can now go inside, see? So now I can resupply my people quickly from Peligir, which is a very important location to me. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and look through my towns real quick. Let's see. Let me go ahead and keep on looking. We have garrison quarters over here. We have a sheep farming. Yeah, we'll take that. What else do we have? Oh, farms over here. Steward's Hall. More money. Let's see. Meeting Hall. Actually, we'll build that farm first at Moranon. Over here. Very good. Let's keep on going now. I believe I've gone through most of them. I'll build a library at Surreal to change up their culture. Then over here. Well, that was a smoking house, right? No, that was a library. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so we're doing fine. We're holding on. We're staying strong. We're breaking through people. We're destroying them. It's fantastic. I got just two armies over here that I'm just kind of waiting out for the moment. I'm kind of busy with my own affairs in the east. I'm waiting for dear old Denethor to get over here. Once he's here, I'll be able to do a lot more, and I mean a lot more. So we'll bring him over here now. He'll be there very soon. Are there any new soldiers? Yes, I can bring in some new soldiers. Good. I'm going to go ahead and now end this turn, and hopefully we won't have too crazy of a battle coming up just yet. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look now. Dwarves of Erebor. I wonder, really, how much longer this war will go. I usually like to take my time, and I feel like I've been able to reevaluate on how I fellow kill those orcs. Yeah, they didn't have a chance because of that fact. Now, I could take a town north of this location, and I was quite amused by people going, "Oh, don't take the last location of Mordor." they'll spawn in a huge stack, and I'm like, well, I kind of mentioned that, you know, they have a town up there, and they do, so I don't have to deal with it right now, and I'm hoping that it'll spawn in outside of Mordor, but I doubt that, or that could be quite annoying. I would hate that. Okay. Wish that river in Ithilien wasn't so dark. I mean, if you look at it, the land around it is dark. Alright, which makes sense, but I hope that it would recuperate, but I doubt that would be added in just for the sake of a little bit of immersion. Small little things like that really do not bother me too much. Alright, recruitment report. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, and I shall see all of you later, and as always, until then, we'll have many more battles.